Hey everybody, it's Everett back with you from Hood Time Welding. Today we got a couple little small jobs. Well, it's actually sort of two jobs. Uh, the first one here is this plow. I think you switched around. It's a little sidewalk plow that you can push, of course, you can see by the handle. But you can see right here, it's broke right across here. No, I didn't have you framed. Yeah, it broke right across here. The metal seems in pretty good shape. I don't know why it broke right there other than that's a stress point. Uh, see if I can get it flipped up here. So, sorry. Yeah, to be able to really get in there, I know it's sort of hard for you guys to see. I'm going to end up taking this off of here just so I can really get in there and, get some good get this all cleaned up well. I'll probably actually just finish nipping it right there. And, so I can get everything cleaned up well, get some good welds on that. But, and we might look at, on this side, they have a kicker plate right here, but we might look at extending it a little bit to bring the force back a little bit further on this plate. So, yeah, nothing too hard. Mrs. Hood Time's going to be working in the background. She's out here playing. I got an old typewriter. We're going to see what we can make out of that. But, yeah, and then I'll show you the other little project we got going on once we get to that. So, let's go ahead and get started on this one. Like I said, we're just going to be starting by taking it apart, cleaning it up, and then seeing from there what it looks like would be the best option for fixing it. So let's get going. So this is all finished up. I couldn't put a weld down in there because that piece shoves into there and to be able to turn it and stuff. Plus, this stuff's thin enough that I was getting full penetration through. But I welded where I could there. And then on this side, I welded it. And then you saw I put these two braces on. What that is this cracked right along the front of this piece here. So this piece is actually gives stiffness to here. So by tying in right here, it's actually going to stiffen it up because it's going to be on this back piece that stiffens the back up because this is a thin plate. So that's why I decided to go ahead and put those two little braces on to give that a little bit more strength. And hopefully it'll keep that from cracking off again. So yeah, that was a quick, easy little project. The next thing we're going to be working on, I don't know if I'm going to get to it today, but it'll be a same video, is these two chairs here. You got one, this one's cracked, and on this one's cracked right there. So we'll have to go through, you can see the crack a little better there. So we're going to have to go through, get those cleaned up around those cracks, and then we're going to actually have to set the MIG welder up for aluminum with the spool gun. So I haven't decided yet. I might walk you through how I do that real quick, just to add a little more content to this video. But for right now, I'm done for the day on this little bit. And so yeah, like I said, when we come back, we'll be working on those chairs. So, alrighty. So I went ahead and decided we'll go ahead and show you how I switch out the whips from the regular mild steel to the aluminum whip. It's a little chilly out here today. I do have the heater on, so if you hear that in the background, that's all that is. It's just blowing some warm air. So first thing we're going to get started with is we'll get it turned on. So for me, I'm just going to clip the end of the wire here. And that's because I guess I'm cheap. I like to save the wire that's in the whip. I know it's not a ton, but it's a pain in the butt every time. And I don't know, it just seems, I don't know. So for me, I just leave it like sitting in here in the rails so it doesn't come out. So after that, it's actually pretty easy. So there's the little wing nut that holds the end of the whip in. You loosen that up. The connector here for this connector, I just unplug it here because the aluminum whip comes with one. Work this one right out. So I mean, that's already got the whip out. So to put the aluminum one in, it's pretty easy. You just reverse the process. Make sure you got this lined up right. Get it turned in. So the only reason you're really putting this in there tight is just because the gas goes in it here. So you just got to make sure it's seated all the way in. Just tighten up enough that it's not going to pull out. And then inside here is a switch to switch from your regular whip to this one because it activates the wheels. So it's just, and it's labeled really nice, so you just switch that and there, we're already good for aluminum, at least on that part. So the one other part we got to do, and the reason I have my welder over here today is, you know a lot about welding, you know you can't weld aluminum with 75-25, you got to use straight argon. And a lot of times, if I'm going to be wheeling the cart around in that, I'll just switch the whole bottle. But today I'm being lazy since they're just two quick little welds. And we're just going to switch the gauges over. I mean, it's a pretty quick process. I mean, I think probably going to take me 5 minutes, if that. I think the biggest pain in the butt part is just rewinding the wire. And then switching the gas over here. I'm getting there. Sorry, guys. I know this takes a minute. Yeah, I just figured the welding on those chairs is very minimal. And that, so I was just trying to add a little extra content for you guys. So yeah, now that the gas is switched, the lead switched, I have a little piece of aluminum over here. I always grab that and do just a little bit of welding on here, just to make sure my settings are pretty dang close. Use my setting board. So we're going to be doing aluminum 035, so 1905, 19.5 and 331. So 19.5. And 330 and the 334 should be close enough. So that's all it really is to switching this over from carbon steel over to aluminum. I mean, it's an actually pretty quick and easy process in that. But so we're gonna have to go ahead and just do a little grinding on those joints to get the paint off, and we'll just fit them and tack them together quick and get them a little welded. So let's keep going. So there you go. They're both fixed up. That one, I don't know if you can see, it looks a little bit recessed, and that's because the weld sunk down in. This one, and you can get a better view from the back here. It's all welded up. I did the sort of a big guy, so I sat on both of them and did a little bouncing up and down, and neither one of them broke again. So I think I got them both good. That's, you know, these are for a hotel, so I was trying to be a little mean to them for a minute, but I got them welded all back up, you know. I don't know if you guys have bought lawn furniture, but that crap is expensive. So being able to do a quick little fix like this, I think between the Plow thing and these, it's going to be like 40, 50 bucks. So nothing crazy, and they'll get a lot more use out of them. So it's well worth their money to have me fix them. But videos are going to probably slow down a little bit here. I'll try to do the best I can, but if I don't have to work, I don't have to work. Just that time of year, you know, Christmas is coming up and that. So anyways, you like my content, big thumbs up. Any comments, questions, just saying hi. I always appreciate that. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.